Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Sabrina. I have something fun today that I worked on, and I did record it so I could share it with you guys. I've been wanting to make one of these, and I've been seeing them all over the social media, but I'm like, hey, I can make that. So anyway, I made it. But anyway, it's one of those strap and go clippable phone straps. So I will show you how I did this, and I'll let you know all the hardware that I used on it that you will need if you want to do this project. So let me give you a little close-up of some of the materials you will need to do this project. Okay, so I did get a template off of Georgia Girl Stitches. There's a free template you can download for the strap connectors. Alright, I'm not real happy with how my strap connectors turned out. I will have to try practice these again, or maybe even try a different way to attach these. And I do go over that in the end of the video, like some other ways you can attach these straps. So then we're also going to need a gate ring that opens. Oh, there we go. So this gate ring opens, and that is so we can attach our phone to this piece. All right. Now for this strap here is detachable. So this is detachable, that you can carry this as a wristlet also. And I have one of these gate rings, 1.5 inches, that opens up, that you can pull that wristlet off and just use the wristlet. So we will also need a strap adjuster, 1.5 inch, and I did use rivets to attach the strap to the strap adjuster. And we will also need a 1/2 inch D-ring, and that is for the piece up here that holds the pouch. Okay, and then when I made the pouch, I used these two pieces to attach to the pouch so that this attaches to the D-ring up here. Alright, and then you will also need one of these pieces to put inside your phone case. And you can see I have mine inside here. Now when you do put this inside your phone case, make sure that you are putting this in the right way. Otherwise you'll have trouble with your charging connector getting in there. So you want to make sure that this is kind of toward the back of the phone, so there's enough room for that charging connector to get in there. So, but anyway, that's that. I think that is everything. And of course you'll need some 1.5 inch webbing, and you'll need some scrap pieces of vinyl or leather for attaching the strap connector. So anyway, yeah, I really had fun with this. This was the first one, so I want to make more. But anyway, I hope you enjoy the video. I really had fun doing this, and I had fun working through on how I wanted to approach this project. So, but anyway, hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Please subscribe. Click like if you haven't. Would greatly appreciate it. Would push my videos out there a little more so that I get more views. That would be fantastic if I could get some more views here. But anyway, thank you guys. 2 1-inch lobster clasps. Okay, to do this project, I'm gonna make the wristlet first. So I kind of measured what was best for me to wear this. And if I am going to put a strap on here like this, and I'll show you how I'm doing that. So that is a good size for me. So I'm gonna cut my strap right about here. Okay. Now I have this little template I cut out, and I got this on Georgia Girl Stitches on their website. This was free. So if you wanted to check out their website, they got a lot of really cool webbing and zipper tape and hardware and things like that. So definitely give them a check out. So I'm just gonna randomly rough cut this piece of leather, and I'm gonna need 2 of these, so I might as well go ahead and cut the other one. And I'll put their link down below if you want to check it out. I'm going to set that aside for now. And I'm going to trace this with I have a Tandy leather marker here it's good for tracing leather. So I'm going to trace this out. You probably could put this in a Cricut machine or something and have the Cricut cut it out for you, which I could do that, but I kind of don't want to get involved in that right now. So I'm just going to cut it out with scissors and do the best I can. Sometimes scissors, I don't know, I feel like I'm sloppy when it comes to cutting things out. I don't think they do as good of a job as like maybe having a Cricut machine cut it out. And then you'll need a 1/2 inch hook for this project. A couple of those. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to cut these out. And that silver marking, it comes right off with water. So just do the best you can, as smooth as you can, cutting these out. The corners are usually what's hardest. Make sure you have a good pair of scissors. Alright, so I have a little bit of spritz water here, and I'm just going to spray that a little bit and wipe this right off. I'm going to put a little water on my towel. There. this should fit that. Oh, and it does. Okay, so let's make sure these look even. Well, actually, you're not going to see it because one's going to be on the back and one's going to be on the front. So it's not going to matter. This is what I mean, because I obsess over it not being perfect. So that one. So put the nicer one on the front. Okay. And you could edge coat these also if you wanted to. Alright, so now I'm going to take that strap that we just cut and I'm going to put this piece through there like that. That way this now becomes detachable if you want to take this off of our clip and go strap. Then I'm going to take this piece and slide that up here. I think I'll put a little glue right there to hold that together. Just let it dry. I'm using Fabri-Tac. It dries very quick. So I'm going to put these together like this, let that dry before we do the next step. Alright. Okay, so now that that's done drying, I'm going to put this on here and line this up the best you can. And we want to make sure that strap is like right there where this corner is. And then we're going to sew this all the way around, starting down here, around, over, and down. So we're just going to make a big box following this curves. Now also I am going to glue this down and let it dry a little bit because I don't want it moving on me. Okay, so I'm going to put this bottom one on first, or I guess it doesn't matter, but I'm going to put one of these on first. Get it positioned where I want it. Flip it over and glue the other side. Okay. And then before it dries all the way, we're just going to make sure we have this lined up real nice. I'm going to put a little bit of glue down here too. Okay. Okay, there we go. we're going to sew this after it dries. So we'll let that dry. Okay, so I did stitch this, and I pulled my threads to the back, and I am going to tie this off. So we're just gonna tie these in a nice little knot. And then we're going to trim them off. And then you can burn those threads so that they don't fray. Okay. All right. So we have this piece. So now we need to work on the big strap. So we're going to do that now. I am going to pull this strap up between the slider, down in the slider, and then I'm going to fold it twice over, and I'm going to rivet this together right there like that. Okay, so like this. Put that right like that. And then this is what the top looks like. I'm going to punch holes in here and put some rivets in. But I think first I might use some Fabri-Tac to help keep it together while I do that. So I'm gonna fold it over, and then we're gonna fold it over to this piece. Help hold it until I can get a rivet in there or get it hole punched. So I'm going to let that dry just a little. And I'm going to put a couple clips on here to hold it. It dries pretty quick, so it'll be fine. So I'm going to hold that together, let that dry. So now what I want to do is put a couple spots here where I want to put rivets. So I'm going to punch holes inside there for rivets. Okay, we got one, and let's get the other one. All right, so I'm going to get my press. I'm using these black ones here. I'm going to put those in. I'm going to press those down. It's going to be hard to press against that belt loop or the slide, but I'm going to do the best I can. Okay, and we got one. Let's get the other one. There we go. So those are in. Let's set this aside. All right, so now I have this laid out with the fold up. And I am going to run this through this loop. And you want to make sure your strap stays straight. Now I'm going to run it through here and through here. I'm going to slide that down. Now I'm going to leave at least 12 inches of space here so that it can be lengthened long ways. So if we want to lengthen this long ways, we would pull it here. Okay? And then shorten it, we'd go here. So I'm short, so I mean, I can go shorter, but if there was someone that was very tall, we'd want this adjustable for them. So that would adjust it pretty good bit there. All right. So like I said, I believe I'm gonna leave 12 inches there. All right. So now we have this much done. We're going to wrap this around. And now we want to connect this to our other strap connector. But I'm not sure how much space, or, you know, I'm going to have to try this on to see how long I want this. And then that leaves this detachable. If someone wants to take this off, they can, and use this as a wristlet and attach their phone or pouch to this, like that. Okay. Alright, so let's put this back on because I do need to measure how long I want this. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to go kind of try this on and see how this works for me. Okay, so I got the length that I want. Okay, so I have this strap over here, and I left myself at least 12 inches here that somebody can make it a lot longer if they need to adjust it. And then I brought this up around to where I am going to put this on here and attach that like that. So I'm going to sew this piece on. Line that up best you can. And now I'm going to sew that piece on. Okay, so I did trim the edge of these a little bit and try to just straighten out the leather, but like I said, next time I will try it a little bit different. Alright, let's put it together. So now I have this gate ring like this, and I'm going to make sure that my strap is straight. Alright, and we're going to put this gate ring on here like that. Now, for the part that holds the phone, so here's my phone. Here's my phone case. Okay, so this piece goes up inside the phone like that. And we're going to put that little loop down inside there, down where the charging port is. And then I'm going to put my phone back in here. There we go. So now that piece is on the back. Alright, and then this is what you connect to the gate ring. Now there's probably so many different variations you can do with this. So that goes on there like that. And then I'm gonna try to put the camera down so you guys can see the full body of how this is going to look. Alright. Okay. So hopefully you can see me. It's a little bright outside, but I have my phone, and I'm going to put the adjustable part behind me, and then I'm going to clip this to that strap, and there we go. There is our phone holder. I'm actually going to make it a little bit shorter. So let me get my adjustable strap. Make it shorter. There. Alright. So there it is. Let's see. Let me see if I can back up some more. There. Now I feel awkward because I'm left-handed, so I'm going to put it like this on this side, and I'm also going to shorten it some more. Alright, there it is. Now all I need to do at this point is figure out where I want to put the other piece of leather with the hook to attach a pouch. Here's the back. Alright. Okay, so I'm probably going to attach a piece of leather right here so that I can put the pouch and hang the pouch from here. Alright, so let me do that and I will get back to you. Okay, so what I did was took a piece of leather, and hopefully you can see that. Let me see. And I sewed it, I folded it in half, and I took a piece of leather through the D-ring, encased it inside there. Well, I'm upside down. Hold on. Okay, so I took a piece of leather, folded it in half, and then I took the D-ring, put a piece of leather through the D-ring, and I encased it up inside there and then sewed it down. So now I have my little pouch here hanging from there. So now I can put this on. And there we go. We've got our little pouch with our zipper. And we have our phone back here with an adjustable strap that I am going to adjust. There. Perfect. I think that turned out perfect. That was a good place for this because this does hang a little bit low from there. So, alright, so you can make your own to-go belt for your essentials. This is great for summertime shopping, or if you have kids that you need your hands free for doing things, or holding on to kids, or walking through the zoo, or wherever, a park. You have everything on you right here. You could even make the pouch with card slots in it if you wanted to keep credit cards in there, whatever you need. And when I made the pouch, I put a little flower on there with a rhinestone rivet. So I think that's really cute. So I definitely learned from this one what to do, what not to do, maybe some things to make different for next time. This was my first one. Hopefully that is straight in the back. So that's it, guys. I like it. I'm gonna make some more, I think. I did buy more hardware. I bought some more webbing. I got a bunch of different ones here. And I had this in here, this black and white check. And I have some with skulls on it, and I have matching zipper tape for that. So, and then I have some 1-inch webbing, just some like plain beige color. I have black, and then I got this webbing too. So I ordered this all on Amazon. I have white, black, and silver in the plain 1-inch. But that Georgia Girl Stitches that I was telling you about, where I got the template for these strap connectors, she has a lot of really cool webbing and stuff on there. And then I also bought more hardware. So I have like some rose gold hardware for hanging the phone from. I got some more gate rings, different colors. More gate rings. And so the gate rings and the phone pieces came together in this kit. And again, these are from Amazon. And then I have a bunch more, some other ones in here. So, I mean, they can be used for other things, not just these strap and go things. But I do want to make some more of these, so maybe I can sell a few possibly. But let me know what you think. Anything you might do different. But like I said, I am going to practice with these strap connectors like this. Or I could use, let me find it in here. I think I have one open somewhere. So I do have 1.5 inch strap connectors. So really I could, instead of using this piece to condense it down to a 1 inch, I could use the 1.5 inch, fold them up, and then just sew across there like that if I wanted to. There's a lot of different ways you could probably do these, but alright, that's it. I'm done. Now I have to go get the video edited and get ready for my work day tomorrow. But I hope you liked the video. Let me know. Like and subscribe. I'll try to take some good pictures of this and use that for my thumbnail or whatever for the video. But you can definitely kind of pick up your phone and just, you know, do what you got to do with it and just kind of let it back down. So, alright. Thanks for watching, guys.